When I was a teenager, my father had separated from my mother when I was 14, and just within 6 months or so after he left us, he was diagnosed with an acute form of leukemia. And there was a real rift in our family at that time. My older brother, took sides with my dad, and then my sisters and I were with my mom. And because I was still living at home, I wasn't old enough or mature enough to take sides with the guys. But as my father lay dying in the hospital because of that rift, my father had put word out that my mother was not to come anywhere near him in the hospital. He absolutely did not want to see her. And at that time, my brother was the enforcer and made sure that my mom couldn't get anywhere near the hospital. Interestingly, one of our neighbors in my mom's neighborhood worked at the hospital and was a nurse there. And surreptitiously, late one night, I don't know, around 11 o'clock, this nurse assisted my mom's entry into my father's hospital room against his wishes. And the report later from her was that they shed many, many tears together, told each other that they loved each other still, and kissed for what I believe was the last time, because some weeks later my father passed away. I'm also thinking about the story of Derek Redmond, who was running the 400 meters in the Olympics in 1992 in Barcelona, and halfway around the track he pulled his hamstring and he crumpled to the ground. And his father Jim, far up in the stands, leapt to his feet because he saw his boy fall. And he raced down the stairs of the stadium, came to the barrier gate, jumped over it down onto the field. As security scrambled and tried to grab him, he threw them off to make it to his son. And in an interview afterward, his dad said this: "In an emergency, you don't need credentials." Can I encourage you today that whatever obstacles there might be between you and your intended destination, and it might be that someone you love needs you, but there have been obstacles put in your way to getting to them. Maybe someone has just told you, hey, you're off limits. Don't get close to this person or that person. Or maybe you're sitting in the stands and your child has just fallen to the ground. And you see those obstacles to getting to your kid, but nothing is going to stop you. I just want to encourage you today, don't let anything stand in your way if you know you need to get to someone. If you know you need to get to some destination. Because truly, even in God's scheme of things, in an emergency, you don't need credentials. And in fact, God's calling on your life, the thing that He might be asking you to do, could be a matter of life and death. And in that sense, your calling is an emergency, and you need to get where God has called you to go. Jesus said in John chapter 6, verse 38, "For I've come down from heaven not to do my will, but to do the will of Him who sent me." And John chapter 8, verse 28 says, Jesus saying, "I do nothing on my own, but speak just what the Father has taught me. And I always do what pleases Him." When God has called you to do something, or you know in your spirit, just in that deep down part of you, what we call your gut, you know you need to do something, don't let anything and don't let anyone stop you. I'm so thankful that my mom did what she knew in her heart was right to do, even over what were the objections of my father. Because in the end, she got to speak her piece with my father, tell him how much she still loved him, and got to give him that last kiss. She didn't have to live with any regrets, because she did what she knew she needed to do. Go for it. In an emergency, you don't need credentials. God bless you. Thank you for watching Soul Steps today. We appreciate it. Please remember to visit our website at soulsteps.org. There you'll find opportunities to ask for prayer. There's a list of volunteer needs that we have so you can help us grow and develop our team and this work. And it'll show you opportunities for giving financially as you're able. We appreciate your support in every way. And remember that soul steps are important today because God cares about who you are and how you live. God bless you.